Maybe I should have let my hair down so you can see the color, but it looks like a mess. The thing is, I have washed it, obviously, I've washed the color out, but there's still some color left. It gets very itchy, because I only wash my hair every other day, so it has been on for 2 days now. And it's just not nice looking. I should really wash it, but I want to do this video first, so you know what, I'm just gonna leave it down like that. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another How Well Does Blank Perform, and I have my second oldest palette here, which is the Yes Please palette by Colourpop. Even though it says Cute AF, it is the Yes Please palette, and I got this 31st May 2018, so it has been almost 3 years. And so far, I mean, spoiler alert for my Panda Palette Challenge, I've used up 2 shades. I'm working on this one, but in 3 years, I've used up 2 shades. They were both shimmer shades, and this one was like a yellow golden shimmer color that crumbled so much. Like, I used it up within, like, I don't know, it didn't take long to use that one up. So it's kind of sad that it has just been sitting there in my drawer and not being used. So I'm going to do this series on it now, and I will do Big Cocktails and Champs. Now, I have very high hopes for those. I will not do this one. This is full zip. It's just a white or like a nude-ish blending color. I don't think you can go wrong with a nude color. Yeah, I have very high hopes for that because there are matte shades and the swatches are actually not that bad. So this is Big Cocktails and this is Champs. So as you can see, they are pouchy AF, but the colors also look nice. And for brushes, I actually got 2 that are kind of the same. I got this fluffy brush here by Luxie. This is the 209 large shader brush. Then I got this one from my newest palette. I'll leave the swatches here. The Novena palette by ABH. They both comes down to the same thing. This is a bit more dense, but it comes down to the same thing. Let's just get started. In case you are new to this series, it's basically I use one shadow all over the lid and see how it performs. Usually it goes well, but sometimes if the shadow already has a hot pan or if it's a darker color, it's harder to apply, and I decide on that, on the pigmentation, on how easy it is to apply, if it crumbles too much, if it gives me an allergic reaction. I decide on that whether I keep the shadow or not. Also if it's patchy or not. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to use Big Cocktails first, which is like a salmon color, I would say. Okay, that blends into nothing there. That is patchy. Hold on. Maybe I'm just going to move this with a baby wiper now. I just go over my finger so all the oils are gone. Because that is patchy. And I had very high hopes for that. Let's make sure it's dry. Okay, it is. Oh my god, it's still patchy. Oh my god. Yeah, you can see it on the camera as well. Huh. I had such high hopes for this. Okay, let me get another brush. I'm just gonna use this flat eyeshadow brush here. It's a bit more dense, so maybe it's easier to use. No, it's not. It's still patchy. Can you see? Now the shadow is basically just laying there on top. I'm actually disappointed in this. It's just not staying on. Okay, maybe with my finger. It works a little with my finger, yes. But it's still patchy. Oh my god. I had such high hopes for this shade. Slightly disappointed. Thing is, if you blend it in again, it's gone. Can you see the fallout? Yeah, it's just not sticking there. I don't know what it is. I mean, it would be nice as a like a base shade and then put something else on top. But I'm not really having this. There's so much work for this. Okay, let me do the other eye. Champs. Oh yeah, hold on. Just going over like that now. And then... Ooh! Oh, that looks like my skin color. I mean, it's a bit pinkier than my skin color, but that looks nice. That's also rather pigmented, you know, like, I mean, for such a light shade. It's covering up my veins quite nicely, I must say. Now, given the fact it's so light, I don't really see if it is patchy or not, but I don't think it is. Looks a bit like Miss Piggy Pink, but I prefer that one over this, which I never thought I would say. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not an ugly shade, it's just, it's not working. Now, imagine if this was blended in properly, obviously. I'm surprised. And it's still not really opaque. I mean, it is opaque, but not here. And then this one, it just looks good. This would be such a nice transition. Yeah, this would be such a nice transition shade, maybe. You know, or just underneath something else, or maybe on my lower lash line. I can't believe that the shade that I was most excited for is such a letdown. I mean, look at the fallout of this. Yeah, that was a letdown. That really was not what I expected it to be. I'll quickly put concealer on, and then mascara, and then we're done with it. Thing is, I'm kind of in a conflict here. I love the shade of it, but it's patchy. But then again, it's not as patchy as other shadows that I had, so... Oh god, I don't know what to do. Like, I wouldn't want to keep this, but it's also patchy, and it was so much work and so much fallout. You know what, I'm gonna keep it. I know this is going against my rules here, but it's not as bad as other shadows that I had. Definitely not. And I feel like if I put a... You know what, let me apply mascara while talking. I feel like if I apply a shimmer shade on top, you won't see it. Now, I don't know how it wears throughout the day. Maybe it just fades away into nothing. That would suck. And if I wouldn't have done this video, you probably wouldn't even notice that it's patchy. This shade, we love, we stan. I mean, that's such a... I don't want to say such a boring shade, but it's like baby pink. It's like Miss Piggy Pink. A shade that I will probably never wear, but it's so... I feel like, obviously, I went in quite a few times to get this opacity, but if you just want a light wash of color, that shade will be it. I mean, it also depends on your skin tone, obviously. To me, this will be like a light wash of color. To others, it might be too intense. To others, it might not even show up. I actually like both of them. Is that weird? Oh god. And just from using it a few times, it has such a huge dip in. So I'm going to use that to my advantage and maybe put this one... Well, as you know, my pen and palette thing. I'm going to use the ABH palette up first, and then as soon as I start working on this one, I will start working on this shade, because there's a huge dip. For now, I will keep both of these shades. My eyes don't tingle. They're not irritated yet. It doesn't hurt. It's actually very nice. Okay, so let me know what you think. From the swatches, you could tell that these are kind of... Oh, puppy! Cute! I have that thing. I cannot focus on one thing for too long. Even when I'm driving, and I'm totally focused on singing a song, and as soon as I see a puppy, she's like, oh my god! And then I forgot everything else I want to say or do. I have problems. So anyways, yeah, from the swatches you could tell these would be good. Next video I will do is, oh my god, Louis? Which feels very powdery, I might say. Oh, but looks good. Holy moly. And Sport? Oh. I mean, I don't know how the recent Colourpop quality is, because I haven't bought that much, but back in the days they were amazing. So I think I even said in the video that I like the Colourpop shadows and quality more than the ABH shadows and quality. That should tell something. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, subscribe to my channel already, and it's the next one.